Hello, my dear ones. This is a timeless, near-personal love and spirituality reading for whomever is guided to watch it, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. Take note that the reading can be in the reversed for some of you. If you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Aries season that is up, or you can check out the pick a card and near-personal reading on the first page of my channel. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Witch's Tarot with Ellen Cannon Reed. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see the King of Wands with the Prince of Swords in the reversed. So it might be that you need to act very adult in some kind of situation where a person with maybe less experience than you is trying to act up a little bit. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have the Four of Wands in the reverse with the Prince of Swords in the upright position. So it seems like this person is trying to detach from their family roots or from their group, the people that actually loves them. And it's usual that people that are in their teenage are doing this kind of revolution, but we can actually see this with grown-up people in all ages. Okay, they might be acting the worst towards the people that actually love them, but it's because they haven't really found themselves. There's a beautiful book, I will try to remember the name. It's Aaron John, and it's about men in particular needs to kind of steal the golden key under his mother's pillow to become a man. And I'm thinking this is what this person is trying to do, but if they haven't actually done it towards their parents when they were young, they might try to do this in various different relationships. So either you are dealing with a teenager or your husband or your wife that is acting like a teenager. It's kind of the same dynamics behind all this. It's very healthy for teenagers to rebel towards their families, but it's not equally healthy for a grown person to rebel towards their family. That is when it has become a self-destructive behavior, because the maturity that was supposed to happen when a person was in their late teens never happened. It might be that they have a very good relationship with their parents and weren't able to rebel or revolt towards them, or that the culture in itself is not allowing for this kind of revolution. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we can see this person is really armed for battle. And the Eight of Swords traditionally is a situation where a person is kind of trapped in other people's opinion of them. So what I was talking about, just about the culture, or I want to be a nice boy or a nice girl in front of my mom and my dad. So I don't want to go against them or cause mischief. But then when they are in a relationship with other people, they might act very juvenile and rebel a lot. And it seems like this is what this person is about to do. So I call the 6 elements. And here we have the Eight of Cups together with the Prince of Swords. So we can grow very tired of a person that's dealing like this. It's very, it can be a little bit an exhausting situation, but the Eight of Cups traditionally is a situation where we feel exhausted. We give love to a person and they can't appreciate it, or they can't really give it back to you, and you might give them a lot of love and tenderness, but they are acting like you have almost made an aggression towards them. But here I feel that there's some kind of endless love that's being aimed towards this person. So it might be that you have a lot of patience with them, almost like the patience of an angel. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading. Ooh, for my dear viewers here. We have the High Priest, 5, 3 of Wands, and this 10 of Swords in the reverse. I'm thinking this is your revolutionary person, and this is actually you and the divine, and maybe other people also in this family or in the surrounding that's trying to make this, help this person maybe to evolve by a little bit, maybe tough love, okay? So 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. So I think this person has a little bit like artificial self-esteem, where they need praise from other people to be happy about themselves. And when things go against them, they might throw tantrums like a little baby. So when you talk back against this person, they might get really upset. They are the only one that's allowed to talk back, for example. So I'm feeling that this person needs you to kind of pamper them a lot and to be very, like always tell them how good looking they are and how nice they are and how great they are at everything. While they might actually turn around and criticize you and tell you that you need to shape up how you dress yourself, or that they might critique something that you have done, because this person has a little bit like an artificial self-esteem. So they need this praise, and they also need to pick on others so they can feel a little bit elevated, like this biggest cup here. So this person has a lot of symptoms that shows that they haven't really grown, maybe not even out of their diapers, because children from the age of 3 can be behaving like this, and it's while they are shaping their persona. So it might be that something happened when this person were about to shape their persona and something went wrong, and they never were able to go through the different stages of development. Sometimes our culture might prevent it, like a culture in a certain country, but also culture when it comes to gender identification, and also cultures when it comes to your different, like the friendship groups can have different cultures. So there can be certain peer pressure for a person to act in a certain way, which might cripple them a little bit. And it might be trauma as well that have happened to this person. So I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation here. I'm getting the sense that this person is always requiring special treatment, and they can't see actually that they are doing this. So they also maybe projecting that the things they are doing towards you or their surrounding is actually being done towards them. So if they are impossible towards others, they can feel that other people are also impossible towards me. So that's what I'm getting when I'm tuning in. Okay, so this is the future, and this is the now, and here we have the past. So it's an Ace of Wands, so it's actually showing a person's a road to grow into spiritual and personal maturity. And here we have this 7 of Pentacles, which actually seems like a child that's playing with its toy, and the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. So it's like this person can't take what they are doing towards others seriously. It's like it's a game. It's like it's a joke. So they might not be really serious with their behavior. And when they are acting, for example, in a way maybe abusive, they are kind of doing it as a child's game or a child's play. So, for example, it can be a person telling you off or telling you something, but it's actually like a joke behind it. And this is what they want. They want this special treatment. They are doing this a little bit like a manipulation or a game, a play. It's a joke, and they are getting something out of it, like you being a little bit upset, or they are seeing tears in your eyes, and they can say, oh, I was just kidding, you shouldn't take this serious. But they're actually not kidding. They are kind of playing your heartstrings, and they are not understanding that other people have emotions. So it might be that they have a very young soul, and therefore they don't have developed real empathy. Or it might be that they can, of course, also have not been able to have the correct feedback from their surrounding. So if people have been overly nice towards them or overly awful, the person can become like this. Okay. So, and this is in the now, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's showing this, how we grow. We are being the little baby, becoming the child, and the very young teenager, and a grown woman, and an old woman, and then it starts over. So it shows that it has to do with maturity. It's kind of normal. So it's not that this person is like the devil himself. It's just that relationships, even bad relationships, can be very educating for people. And I'm seeing a situation where there's some kind of fallout between people, and I feel that a person that might be acting a little bit more grown up might feel very disrespected in this situation, but the person is very oblivious about this. They don't know this, and it's very necessary that people get the correct feedback for their behavior. You don't have to, tear down heaven and earth to make them understand. You can just be very calm and very cool and point out to what they are doing. So why are you raising your voice towards me now? Why are you joking about this? It's not funny for me. So you can be very calm and always pointing to what you are seeing is happening. But it's just you seeing this. It's just your view of things. You need to understand that other people also have their view of things. But you can always tell your view and hope that the other person will listen. But you also need to listen to their view or their point in this. And here in the future we have a Four of Swords in the reversed, Strength, and Princess of Wands. So I'm thinking a person can act like they have grown. It doesn't mean that they have grown, but it's good that they act, fake it until you make it. So I think a person will try to make some kind of change and try to be a better person. But they are still doing it for the same reason. They want to be loved and treated very special. But they will adapt if you ask them to change in certain ways, and you don't yield. You are very stubborn, cool, consistent, grown up, mature. They will actually try to look better in your eyes. So they will hide a lot of their misbehavior. Okay, the red revolutionary person. So this is the past, and we have a 10 of Wands. So we have an idea of what we want to be, what we want to grow into. 10. We have like a blueprint or a goal we want to reach when we incarnate in this life. So I think this person has very high goals for themselves, and you're not giving them a favor if you are spoiling them or letting them get away with a lot of stupid activity. And here we have this Prince of Wands. So it's a little bit of the stupid activity. We can see here they are yellow instead. I'm not really getting the change of color with the clothes, but it feels like it's less assertive or less aggressive in some way. So the person might also at times act really smart or really intelligent, and like they have their shit together basically, and they can act like this and they can behave like this, and they might have made you feel inferior for it. So I'm thinking this person is painting them up to be very mature, very, very secure. They feel like they are not dramatic, and they might a little bit kind of blame this on you, that you are all these things. So it's a little bit covert. It's a little bit like a person is painting themselves out to be something that they aren't. But they still have this idea, their soul have this idea they want to grow, but currently they are maybe growing a little bit in the wrong direction, or they were here in the past, okay? And here we have the Empress. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but she seems very suspicious towards this little person here. So this person comes here and says, well, I am this perfect being, and I'm always trying my best, and I'm being so very logic and so very spiritual. I have all my shit together, and I know what I'm doing. And she can't almost believe her ears. Okay. And this is sun and the moon here, so I'm thinking this person is really aware of what is going on, being able to see this person for what they are. But there's an endless kind of love here that might sometimes get in the way for being able to really educate one's surrounding. It can be very forgiving. So it was a card jumping out and on the floor. So this is, I'm thinking the action from the yellow person that was jumping before I even had to. And what is the Empress doing here? A little bit too many cards, maybe. So what's going on with the Empress in this picture? Yeah, she wants to play happy family with someone that is very hard to play happy family with. It's like taking in Conan the Barbarian and saying, okay, so now we're going to be happy family together. You and me, we're going to love each other. And this person is like all about maybe winning and having control and looking good and things like this. So they come from very different places, these two. And so they're acting very different. This person is acting hostile and maybe trying to degrade you in some way or make you feel like less about yourself, while you are trying to comfort this person and make them feel loved and kind of take them into your family and pet them the right way. So it's very, very strange, but I think also very common that we have this kind of dynamic. But again, this person is a baby and this is a grown-up, and it can be a male person and a female person, or a male person and a female person, or two males or two females. It's not about the gender, it's about the behavior. Okay, and this person can tell that you are so immature, okay? You are such a baby. So they're projecting a lot. Okay, and here we have the Six of Pentacles. I'm thinking this is what the Empress is giving. If I just had taken the next card, I would have already got this image here. She really wants to offer something stable, something that's valuable, that's for the long haul. And she offers harmony and forgiveness and a lot of gifts. The Six of Pentacles is a little bit about over-functioning. It's usually one person have made all this food for everyone on the party, and that person is the person over-functioning and actually spoiling people like this and making them more hopeless than what they should be. So if we have a little bit higher requirements, there's not one person are supposed to be a superhero or the super heroine. And the other are supposed to be served. We need to see to that there's balance here, so everyone learns what they are supposed to learn. We can't also leave our kids out in the world without knowing how to make their own food or clean their own clothes. So it's very important to not pamper people too much. You pamper them best by having certain standards on them or requiring certain standards from them. And here we have the Seeker comes here like some submarine suddenly. So see what's going on there. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so this is an energy I'm thinking from the Empress here, that wants to, you know, be a really high spiritual person and only say very good things to people and kind of gently spread the love. But I'm thinking at this point, this person is a little bit overwhelmed, because we can see that she's here, she's kind of looking back and something is, you know, not in harmony. And here she's trying to figure out why, and maybe also trying to, I'm saying she because it's a she in this picture, maybe also trying to communicate in a very loving way, I might add, to try to fix this, okay? And that's a very beautiful way of doing things. I'm not sure it's 100% effective. To try to figure out in oneself, what am I doing wrong, so these people are acting like this, and trying to search inwardly for the answers. It's always good to look at oneself at this point, but it's also a little bit typical for a person like this to always blame themselves when something is going a little bit wrong, or being unbalanced, or in some way unfair. So I think that it's a control issue, basically, because a person that always think that they are to blame, they also think that they are always in control, and it can be a very nice feeling to always be in control. But when they realize that other people is actually just acting, you know, like donkeys, or you know, really stubborn people, or just going against the stream and being a little bit self-destructive, so it's very hard to have harmony with a person like this. So to look inside oneself and try to solve it, and I try to better myself, I try to better myself to not irritate this person. It's mission impossible. Okay, it's not going to work, and it's futile, because it's not going to lead to any progress, but you will find it while searching there. So we can see here, it's both people in this equation are seekers. Both people are here to figure things out. And this is one way to do it, but I just warn you for this with thinking that you are in control and that you can make someone better with bettering your own behavior. Sometimes it's not what is needed from you at all. And this is in the now, and we have the King of Wands in the reverse. We saw it in the upright position in the beginning, together with this little bit juvenile character. So I'm thinking that the seeker here, actually, you made it full lap, and you were able to kind of become a yellow person too. Here, see? So now you are on the same level a little bit, and the King of Wands is usually the king that makes this kingdom, you know, happy for thousands of years, but you are not set in that happy dappy mood at this point. So you have actually seen with this seeker that this, what I just told you, that you can't control other people if they are acting like brats or self-destructive or destructive towards the relationship. It's not your fault. And here you have like an pissed off reaction, a little bit an angry reaction, and it's a good thing. Okay, standing tall, standing strong, not tolerating this, where the person is saying that they are one thing, but they actually are another thing. So I think you're starting to call their bluff here. In the now, so you're not as easy to, you know, make playing nice now. Someone has poked you and poked you and poked you with their little stick until you got yourself your own stick here. So you can see this stick. Okay. So sometimes it takes the time for these kind of people to become irritated, but they become irritated. They are not weaklings. That's not why they are nice. They are nice because they are big and strong people needs to be nice. So their souls are very strong, resilient. They can take a lot of bullshit, have patience, still love the person, even though they did all these things. So you can poke them and poke them and poke them for quite some time before they get irritated. But here, this person has become irritated, and we have this warning color of yellow. It's not red, but it's yellow. So it's going in that direction. Okay, and here we have the Fool in the reverse. So this person doesn't seem to have got it. So they think that you're still, that the dynamic hasn't really changed. They think that they will still win and come out on top, and that you're a little bit irritated now, but you usually forget about the problem, and then they can go back to what they did before, continue maybe being hostile towards you and taking out their problems on you a little bit. So here they are a little bit oblivious to the change that have happened within you, and so they think that things will go on in the way that they used to. So they are not actually thinking at all about changing or bettering their ways. They just think that, well, I know this story from before. This person will come back or forgive me, or they will stop being angry, and things will, circle back to what it was before. And here we have a Princess of Swords, and I'm thinking this is coming from this Empress character here. And she is saying that her inner child actually got a little bit upset by the treatment, and she doesn't want to, like before she could be very nice towards this Prince of Wands here, and have a lot of patience. But when she feels here that her own inner child got disrespected and hurt, she realized that it needed to be some kind of balance. That I can't be overly nice to this person while I myself and my inner child becomes traumatized or hurt. So she is becoming rather rebellious too. So we can see that this little Fool here is being squeezed between both the grown-up you and the child you. Neither of you, those parts of you, those archetypes within you, are particularly happy with the Fool right now. And here we have the Four of Cups coming underneath the Six of Pentacles. So the Four of Cups is a situation where we are trying to be kind of, taking care of our own business, having a nice time, but maybe a little bit away from this person. We still want to have this harmony, which we tried to obtain before with this hostile creature. So we wanted harmony, and we still want that, but maybe we are seeking it now with not the same person or not the same crowd. So here I'm seeing more simple pleasures, maybe not trying to invite this person as much to the parties, having more calm parties, maybe with people that are like you, so you can rest a little bit. You don't have to invite the worst, the people that's always triggering you or never are supportive or always chip away of your energy. So it seems like you are trying to be more with people that's actually supporting you, and you're also supporting yourself, maybe turning towards your own hobbies or the things you love to do with your life, and putting a lot of effort into this instead of putting a lot of effort into making nice with this little bit juvenile criminal here. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. Yes, okay. And so in the now we can say there's a little bit of a stale. This person haven't gotten a clue that they are going to have to change, or like you're standing really strong towards them, and that you're focused on other things now. So they think that things will go back to what they were here eventually. And here we have the Ten of Swords, and we can see this is a person here trying to catch this person with a rope here, and like you rope in calves or horses or small foals or something. And I'm thinking this is that character here. And and you know, this is the person when they have gone rogue in this way here. And now you have realized you need to do something about it. You can't just give them love and play nice and show them a good example. You actually need to reprimand them in some kind of way. And it doesn't mean that being abusive or anything like that yourself. It's just more, you know, preventing people from doing stupid things, either towards you, towards your children, towards your friends, your family, your animals, or whatever it is. Kind of taking responsibility here to almost like being police in this situation, and giving this person a ticket for having weapons in public. Okay. So the Ten of Swords is like their reign of terror needs to be over, and you need to see to that it's over. And here we have this person still like showing off, and I don't see that they have, like the penny hasn't dropped with this person really. This is 8 pennies, but they're still thinking that they are the crown jewel of the universe. They can't do anything wrong. Like the crowd is hurraying when they are passing by. Everyone think that they are so darn special. But the 8 of Pentacles is actually a good card with a person trying to do the best they can. So even if they haven't got it at this point, it's still the best they can. So we can't ask more than that from a person. If they are not more awake or aware than this, they aren't. And it might be that it's up to you here to see to that they become more aware. You know, smack them on the fingers when they're trying to take candy from the candy ball before it's allowed. Okay. So, and here we have a 5 of Cups, and it comes from this row. It's your pain, I'm thinking. Like you wanted this happy family together with this person, but they are not included here. So you need to play happy family maybe with other people. And it's not the same to play happy family with your bestest of friends and, for example, your wife or your husband. So it's nice, but it's not what your soul is really craving. But this is how you handle the situation. You're trying to make it on your own and not feel so. You don't want this person to be able to hurt you anymore. So you're not going to let them pull your leg or do hostile things towards you. Even your inner child has gotten enough of that. So it's like she's almost guarding the entrance to paradise so that this person can't come back and hurt you. So you're having the blues, most definitely. You're doing the best you can with that. You're trying to be strong. You're trying to not let what this person did affect you so much. Here, it seems like you will get disappointed with them again. They will behave badly in some way again, but they are oblivious of it, so they can't really do anything about it because they are unaware. So it's just don't take it personally. Okay, it's not about you. It's about this person and their schedule for development, that they are on a certain point where they might not be able to live up to your expectations. So lower your expectations on this person and continue working on your own blues here, on why you can't feel really happy without this person. What is it that's in the way? Why do you need to take, some, as I said, the CONAN the Barbarian from the streets and try to make them play happy family with you? So what's up with that? Maybe you need to put some time into checking out what that is all about. Are you trying to please someone from the past, someone that was abusive towards you, and make nice with them and make them nice so that your trauma can heal? It seems like there can be something like that. It's not just unconditional love and you being like out of the goodness of your heart, you're being like this. It's some kind of control mechanism. You want to take a bad person or a person that can't live up to your expectation and kind of force them to live up to your expectation. And that's not going to happen. They are unable to live up to your expectation, even if they would, make their absolute best effort. So there's a part of this which you need to take care of too, where you are not, where you are trying to cover up for some kind of hurt that is within you. So you need the seeker towards that, and this Seven of Wands. I'm feeling standing up for yourself, but also seeking deeper. Maybe doing creative things as writing and painting and making music or whatever is your thing. Gardening and trying to figure out what is it that's disturbing, like lying and the disturbing frequency in the background that pushes you to go out and find this barbarian and take them home and play happy family with them. What is it? What kind of craving is it within you that's trying to make this happen? Okay, so, and then we have death here. It comes underneath Six of Pentacles and Four of Cups. So, and it's this relationship between your inner child and this person here. That I'm feeling in this case that you might need to put an end to it, like logically put an end to it, that this is not sane. Even if your soul is craving this person and wanting this person in your life and you hope so much that they will develop. We have the Eight of Pentacles, eternity symbol, trying it over and over and over again. The Wheel of Fortune, which is the same over and over and over again. But maybe that needs to stop, okay? Maybe you are done playing car accident together with this person. Kids are like that. If mommy and daddy has been arguing, they take their small dolls and they are arguing between them until they feel that they are in control, that they don't have to feel fearful of this, what happened anymore. They have played it so many times it becomes boring. And you have been doing this with some kind of hostile energy that's not really, they are not potty trained to be inside a house. It's like taking in a wolf and thinking it's a dog. And why are you doing this? So you might need to stop, stop doing this. Don't take in this stray dog, which turned out to be a wolf. Okay. And here we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So it's about being rather harsh towards yourself and not allowing, thinking about them, reminiscing about them, dreaming about how gorgeous this person was and how strong they were or how beautiful they were or whatever made you so attracted to them. This is about taking better care of oneself and putting oneself in the type of crowds that can actually make you happy, and that's not going to come and like the wolf maybe eat you up while sleeping. Little Red Riding Hood here, she has a sword. Okay, so I'm seeing that there's we see this red here coming again. So now they are equal. So we need to be able to protect ourselves, sometimes even from ourselves and our own programmed behavior, to call in this person that's not potty trained or not trained to be inside of houses and trying to make them house trained. Maybe start over with someone that has some generations at least being a dog instead of a wolf. Like, try with a more domesticated person and to make a happy family with that person, instead of trying to take this rogue, I don't know what they are, but maybe they have been warriors for a generation and they only know hostilities, death, conquer or die kind of scenario. So they can't come into your loving sphere and make sweet love to you, because they only know about this with winning and destroying. So I see that this person is trying to make a real attempt to be better, but they won't be really that much better. And it's up to you to decide if you can. It's almost like cutting out some kind of drug. This person is your drug, and stop investing in that drug. It can be like a chemical reaction in your brain that every time you think of them, your system becomes a little bit accelerated and it's a little bit exciting, and oh, that's my happy place, that happy person. But the truth was they didn't make you happy at all. They were destroying all your attempts of being happy. So you need to decide if you can wean yourself off the drug, or if you can go another road, which is starting to accept that this person is what they are, and you can't force them to play happy family with you. So if you love them so much, you need to love them for who they are and for that kind of person that they are, and accept that they are not this house-trained dog. They are this undomesticated wild animal. So it's up to you. You need to make a choice here. It's kind of indicated that the divine wishes you to wean yourself off the drugs and, not allow this person inside your home anymore. But you have your free will. And if you are always drawn towards this person and can't find happiness somewhere else, maybe your spiritual road and your development is in still being with this person and trying to, figure it out still. So we can't force ourselves to grow past where we have been on the stage we are in either. So if you can't wean yourself off this drug, which is this person, it's fine, stay as long as you need to, but don't expect this person to be house trained. Okay, so I hope this helps. I want you to take really good care, and also welcome you back to my other near personal readings and the love readings for Taurus that will be in the end of March. I will maybe also come back with pick a card readings if I feel inspired to. So until next time, take really good care, and bye bye.